Hey everybody, Qroo here. Welcome to the channel. You know, I've done a few videos on the Spanish gerund lately. That is el gerundio in Español. When to use it, when not to use it. I even created a playlist with those videos that I've done so far, just in case you ever feel like binge watching them, you know, and just learning all about the Spanish gerund. Well, I'm going to add another video to that playlist today. Today I'm going to be talking about using the gerund or gerundio, ¿verdad?, to express the means or method of doing something. Now, this usage is very similar to English, so you shouldn't have too much trouble remembering. Take a look at this sample sentence. I cut the bread using a sharp knife. You see, in English we have using, all right? So when we translate this into Spanish, it's going to be very similar. Corté el pan usando un cuchillo afilado. Corté el pan usando un cuchillo afilado. Usando, using, right? We could have used like utilizing and just pop that in as utilizando. See, it mirrors English, right? That's pretty easy. In English, sometimes we'll say that we did something by doing something else. That's how we accomplished it, okay? Take a look at this sentence. I learned how to swim by floating in the water, right? We just don't have our floating in there, we have by floating. That's the means or method that we learned how to swim. To translate that into Spanish, we're going to pretend that English by is not even there, and we're just going to be translating the next part, floating, right? Aprendí a nadar flotando en el agua. I learned how to swim by floating in the water. In English, you might see that by, or you might not. You might hear, I learned how to swim floating in the water. I learned how to swim by floating in the water. If you see the by in English or you're thinking of the by, ignore it, all right? Just stick with that gerund. They learned the dance by observing the experts. Aprendieron el baile observando a los expertos. See, we're not translating that by. Pretty easy, right? Here's another one. They won the game by playing as a team. Now, if you already know all the vocabulary there, you can translate it. You might have already spit it out. Should have come up with something like ganaron el partido jugando en equipo. You'll hear me say this a lot in the videos. Learning any language is all about recognizing and repeating patterns. And this is an easy pattern to repeat because it's so close to English. Take a look at this sentence. The police trapped the suspect by tracing his calls. So you think you can do this one? I'll pause a moment. Start you out. La policía atrapó al sospechoso. And how did they trap the suspect? How did they capture this person? Rastreando sus llamadas, tracing his calls. So you want another one? Let's do another one. They solved the problem by thinking creatively. What do you got for solve a problem? Let's pop that one out there. A couple different ways. Good verb is resolver, right? To resolve a problem. You could have solucionar to solve a problem. You got some options there. The most important thing here that we're going to want is we're talking about our gerund, so that's what we're going to want to see. So however we start this thing, resolvieron el problema pensando de forma creativa, right? And this one's going to be our last one, I swear. I lost 10 kilos by eating celery every day. And if you don't know celery, it's apio. But you can really plug anything in there, you know, lechuga or carne, whatever you like. Got it? Perdí 10 kilos comiendo apio todos los días, right? Piece of cake. Well, if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. And until next time, hasta luego.